And that's why I'm so excited that Marvel gave us an intergalactic She-Ro on International Women's Day.
What's up? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Leroy.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Michael.
You got it out your system?
It's out my system now, I can think.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's just beaming, right? Like overall non-spoiler stuff.
Yeah.
It's just beaming, just happy.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it.
And I'm gonna direct all my stuff to you because you are our resident female.
Okay.
On the internet, I know, right?
Here we go.
You gotta be the token female today, but
don't assume my gender, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Just because I'm a woman means I'm gonna like this?
Not that, but I want to get your opinion on it.
Oh, okay.
Because as a dude, I'm like, this was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
a
thought
lot
it
of
was
great.
pretty cool.
I want to take my niece to go see it. She's like, yeah, man, don't let no man tell you nothing. You do what you want to do.
Right.
You ain't got to smile.
Right. You don't want to. You don't have to.
Give me a smile.
Overall thoughts.
I thought that there was like a moment in there when I was just like, whoa! I don't know if you saw me. We were sitting right next to each other, but I was just like, what? And it was like a...
There was a moment where Leroy was like,
right.
Like, all right, calm down, because it was a nerd moment when it happened. I was like, there goes a nerd.
So it probably went
strong.
like
Which
way
part
over
was
my
it?
head.
We'll do it when we get spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did it a lot.
I heard it one time when I heard it.
Really enjoyed the movie though.
I'm trying to figure out how to not do spoilers because I really want to gush.
I will say this. Since we're not doing spoilers, I really enjoyed the presentation of the movie. I cannot wait to see this character immersed in the rest of the Marvel Universe. It is a good gap between it. It felt like a Phase 1 movie in a good way.
Yeah.
It felt like the original Iron Man. It felt like the original Captain America.
Yeah.
I felt like it was. Sorry, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
No, it just felt like that. Those kind of movies that it's one of those things where some people are gonna knock it and say, well, it wasn't as good as Thor Ragnarok. Well, Thor Ragnarok to me was the best Thor movie, and you had 3 other movies to build up to this. Yeah. I think this is a good starting point for us to get to know this character.
Hopefully.
To see as she grows in her powers.
Hopefully this can be like how, like you said, the Phase 1, this will be like the new version of Phase 1 movies for all the origins. This was a good origin story for Captain Marvel. I almost feel like the movie was 2 different movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought 3, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which 3? Because I kind of know where you're going to go with the 2 different movies.
I felt like it was kind of slow at the beginning.
Yes.
When it was kind of doing that origin building.
Yes.
But once the second act kind of takes over and we're introduced to more characters, it picks up. There's more excitement. I'm like, yeah, this is what I wanted from the beginning.
And then you get what you get at the end.
Well,
because and the
we
growth.
gotta get the spoilers soon because I gotta figure out what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
But the reason why I agree
Her
with
coming
you
into
that
her own.
it's 2 different movies, not non-spoilers.
3.
3.
You
You gonna say 3, Leroy?
It's International Women's Day, so I'm gonna let her have this one. I don't see where that 3rd movie comes in, but
She gonna tell us.
But
I'll tell you.
I think you're right. It was a little slow going in, only because we're getting to know her as she's getting to know her. We all know that this is not a spoiler. She's dealing with a little bit of memory loss, so she's trying to discover who she is in that first part of that movie, in a new place. And figure herself out in this larger world that she's being introduced to. And I think we're along for that ride. And I think, to me, that works. And also, she's a soldier. Yep. She's in the military. So she is not the leader kind of like, I liken this movie to Captain America. Whereas Captain America is not Captain America in the movie until the end. She's not Captain Marvel until the end. She's still taking orders. She's still trying to figure out where she fits. And then when she figures out where she fits, you can't tell her nothing.
Yeah.
And that's
Page me. Only if you need me. And then I might not show you.
Right. Blowing out of pocket today.
You feeling it? I ain't mad at you. Feel it today. Come on over here. We
Well,
about to switch out with people. It's fine.
Nah, we ain't switching out. He late.
He is late. Somebody said we're gonna do this at a time, and he was like, "Well, I guess I get when I get in." So it is what it is.
Walking in like.
I didn't even know you had Aretha Franklin. I like that.
It is was National Women's Day or something?
International Women's Day. I need you to know.
I like how you said that like it ain't nothing. Like it's International
what
Women's
day
Day or
is it?
something.
I don't know.
I mean, we slide over, I guess.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
So right now we're still doing non-spoilers. So just give us your general impressions, non-spoilers. Maybe take your glasses off. so people can
And tell people who you are. You just walking in.
Nah, I don't feel none of that. Keep my shades on.
How you gonna be late and then be like, nah, I'm just gonna do what I want to do.
Man, Avery, what's your name?
Hold on. How you gonna ask him what his name by saying what his name is?
Because
This is the best.
we got to get
It
there.
really is.
We just need your initial reaction to what Captain Marvel.
Pew, pew. Photon blast, photon blast, photon blast.
Man, it was a good movie, man. I enjoyed it. I really did. But honestly, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait till Endgame.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait till Endgame.
Do you have any like overall negative impressions or any type of drama criticisms, non-spoilers?
I could have used a little bit more fighting scenes. Like, I like the fighting scenes that were in there. But honestly, I felt like we were just kind of talking throughout more and just like figuring out stuff, finding out stuff, which is fine. I get it. This is our first movie. We can't just go in action and not break stuff down with everything. So it was fine. Honestly, it's like what I expected out of a Marvel movie. Good acting. CGI was great. Like any effects, any sounds and stuff like that. I felt like this does expand like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And man, I wish I kind of got more of like other things from like different movies in this movie, but I guess I understand why, because since this basically predates a lot of the other stuff that's happening in the MCU, you're not going to have a lot of that. But overall, it's a great movie. I suggest people go see it.
So everybody suggests we go see it, right?
Yes.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say no.
Well, that's what we got to tell people.
Even if it was bad, I was gonna say yeah.
You got to see it.
I mean,
Just to support some more movies are made. What you're saying?
Well, I mean,
No, you got to see it in order to. Well, I don't know if you necessarily have to see it in order to understand whatever we're gonna get from Endgame. But you need to know who she is at least, so that when they do pick up wherever they pick up.
That's my biggest criticism of this movie. Is that it had to do a lot of heavy lifting for Endgame, and it had to do a lot of heavy lifting to introduce her. There's a lot on her plate as far as Brie Larson being the first female-led Marvel movie, and a lot of people are going into this thinking that it's going to bridge the gap to Endgame when it should just be you should go see it just to see Captain Marvel. That's what I went into it. I went into it just
people
to
would
see.
Have.
And people would have, but
just the timing.
We knew that we needed to see her though in order to.
True, but
they kind of alluded to that in the Infinity War.
This is what I feel like Marvel kind of did a disservice to Captain Marvel to a certain extent. Ant-Man came out after Endgame. I mean, after Infinity War. Ant-Man suffered to me a little bit. Ant-Man 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm sorry. Didn't want to leave out the Wasp on International Women's Day. I apologize. I am an ally.
All right.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp suffered a little bit coming behind Infinity War because everybody was clamoring for something. They literally were like, what's Dave Chappelle's crackhead thing? Tyrone Bigsby.
Yeah.
When he was doing the dance, like people were like, "You got any more in them Marvel movies?" Like I think everybody was like that.
Sick crossover you just did.
I'm just saying.
Any more than Marvel movies?
I mean, everybody was doing that. So I think this one, I like this character to be able to stand on her own without us going. I don't want to see us do the comparison between this and Wonder Woman.
I didn't even think about Wonder Woman.
I like this movie.
She on a whole another level, I think. I don't want to compare, but
I like this movie and I enjoyed it. Outside of now, granted, we did get our little Easter eggs, the connection to, but I just enjoyed this movie and I want people to enjoy it without saying I have to see it to watch Endgame.
Because you think, based on the audience that we were with, I think we're gonna. It was a very diverse audience.
It was.
Because I heard people like, that's just some old lady just having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure she hadn't seen all the Marvel movies. She just came. She had a good time.
I saw a bunch of like older guys, and I'm guessing they were like veterans because they had like the American Legion hats and stuff like that.
Also, it was early too, and like kids.
That's
in
true.
School.
Yeah,
kids in school, but a lot of times, a lot of elderly people are up because that's the time they get up. I really like seeing that diverse cast. You saw some old black women in there.
That theater was pretty full to be a 10 a.m. show.
Yeah, and you saw some older white dudes in there.
Like, Carol, what you doing today?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Captain Marvel?
You want to see Captain Marvel? All the kids talking. Girl, you know I'm retired. I ain't got nothing else better to do.
Judith, are you coming? I'm sure is, Dolores. I mean, it's like you just saw a bunch of wide variety of different people, and I thought that was amazing, and I'm glad to see those people come out to support this character.
So now we got non-spoilers? I mean, spoilers.
Non-spoilers are out.
Non-spoilers. So
spoilers. All the spoilers.
Right now, we about to spoil the mess out of this.
Ready? Spoil!
Yo, how you gonna have a Street Fighter 2 machine in 1989? Bull.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
That's what.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, this bull.
Well, they were just trying to grab little things that we thought we'd appreciate.
Street Fighter 2 wasn't in 1989, it was 1991.
But this isn't.
It was 95.
Yeah.
No,
it was like 90. It was like.
But
90.
she remembered herself playing the machine.
In
Last time-
89.
Which is 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Like, that machine wasn't there.
Hold on.
She shouldn't have been at that machine.
When was this movie took place?
The movie
95.
takes place in 1995, right?
How do you know? Because every song was from 1995.
Yeah.
A lot of those songs, I was like,
Hey, hold on.
as I heard
Did Waterfalls come out in 95?
It could have been 96.
nope.
It could have been 96.
This movie was 95.
How do
I know?
How?
Because Stan Lee was reading the Mallrats screenplay. The movie came out in 95. Because he was in that movie.
I know
The
he was
movie
in that
wanted
movie.
you to know it was 1995.
Okay. I'm just
I'm
saying.
good. I just had to look at that time. The anachronisms were kind of messing with me. I'm good.
The reason I said it was 3 movies because I said I was gonna get to this.
So that's your biggest problem.
It really is.
Really?
That small little
Waterfalls
gripe.
came out in 94. So it still makes sense.
The reason I said it was 3 movies is because you had that first part where it was, oh, I'm fighting for the Kree. I'm, getting these Skrulls. We need to attack them, and then they capture her, and it's like, oh, they mess with my mind. Second part of second movie, I'm now on Earth, trying to figure out where these guys are.
That's probably the best part of the movie, though, right?
Yeah.
Her and Nick Fury.
Yeah.
That's a fun team up.
It's a fun team up.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, they're discovering things. So she's kind of peeling back the layers, and then she discovers who she is, really, in that second part. The third part,
Where she go Super Saiyan?
where she goes Super Saiyan,
Definitely
basically,
Super Saiyan.
and just does this through a whole
Ship.
entire ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shows up in front of Rowan like, you really want some? They're like, let's go ahead and leave.
Ronan wasn't
But
ready for the
he
smoke.
was not ready for it, and she didn't even know she could do that stuff. And
Nah.
so right when we're gonna take these.
The inhibitor ship,
Yeah,
you
the
wanna call it,
inhibitor
whatever.
ship. That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
She's like, man, I've been fighting with one arm behind my back. I'm gonna take this thing off. Go all in.
So basically, she literally did.
That was the third movie, though.
Basically, she took her earrings off and was like,
She did. Give me some Vaseline. I'm about to go in on these Skrulls. Or not the Skrulls, on the Kree.
On the Kree.
Yeah.
And then some.
Were y'all expecting the Skrulls to be the good guys?
No. Again, I didn't know much about this. I didn't know much about
Kree Skrull
about. Yeah, I didn't know much
Is
about
that the way in the
Marvel.
comics?
So in the Kree Skrull War, it's a war that's been going on for generations, and I don't want to say this because none of the nerds are going to get on me, but from what I understand, the Kree were the aggressors. But it depends on who you ask.
History's written by the victors.
History's written by the victors. There are times in the Marvel Universe where the Skrulls are the aggressors, because the Skrulls are a religious people, and where the Kree are kind of like the Klingons, where they deal with honor and all this other stuff. So
And AIs.
well, the Supreme Intelligence is who rules the Kree Empire. And
I have a side question.
what?
I don't know what you
No, go ahead.
thought. So, who was Jude Law again? What's his name?
Yeah.
Yon-rogg.
Man,
Is
I
he-
thought he was supposed to be mar-vell.
But also, is he a human?
He's Kree.
But she's just not blue like all the other
But
Kree.
all Kree aren't blue.
Okay.
Can we talk about though, in movies, how these people are from different planets or different galaxies and stuff? Yet they
Y'all speak English?
She had a universal translator.
Well, no, not just English, but you look human.
Sometimes you got to suspend that disbelief, man.
And
Well, some people,
Yeah,
well, you got to remember.
that's
it's-
I mean, you could be from Kree right now. You get a nosebleed, you blue. Oh, so you're not from Earth? Okay, I guess
you're right.
because you bleed blue.
Yeah.
well,
It's just Tristan.
okay, so one of the things that happens is in the Marvel Universe, supposedly the universe is seeded by a bipedal being. And basically what you're saying is each person from whatever region they're from is influenced by the place that they are from. So the Shi'ar are like bird people. They're influenced. Skrulls are shapeshifters based on however, wherever their physiology they're from. But they always kind of have like a humanoid look to them. So, but the Kree Skrull War had been going on for a while. We got tangled up in it because we were, it's kind of like during World War II, the Axis and the Allies are fighting each other, and little smaller countries just gonna get effed up just because they happen to be in the pathway because they're backwater countries. That's us. Yeah. We's like backwater solar system.
So we're in the way. But I did have one. I did want to think. I had this thought when the movie first started. What makes you powerful out of your planet? Now I know why. I mean, she's just awesome.
She was
full
imbued,
energy.
She was imbued by the power of the Tesseract.
But what?
The Tesseract is in the movie, y'all.
What makes somebody? I guess she's super in her own right. So never mind.
Why wasn't she like destroyed when she got imbued with the power? Or?
No, I mean when you get to a planet and everybody's cool, like everybody's super, at least more than us. What makes them? What makes that super person stand out on their planet? I don't know. I had that thought. I might be going down a rabbit hole.
Deep.
It depends on who you are.
Talking about like how Superman on like Krypton's like he's just a regular person on Krypton.
Right, but isn't he super though on Krypton?
No.
Okay, so he's regular on
normal.
It's only when he comes to Earth, right?
It's the yellow sun
that gives him powers.
Yeah.
But
the yellow sun gives every Kryptonian those powers.
Right. Now what I was wondering was, so of course the little chip thing that she had on her neck, that was basically keeping her powers at bay, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean like
they knew she was that powerful? Yes.
But on Earth, so she didn't have like the super strength because
she didn't have strength on Earth. She was imbued with that power because she blew up the core. The core.
Right, I get that.
And so when she blew up the core,
because she's supposed to be like real strong, right?
She is real strong.
Yeah. I mean, like
she is strong.
Okay. Like Thor level.
Yeah.
And
you saw that.
Yeah. Basically.
She's powerful than Thor. More powerful than Thor. Just saying. I feel like...
I will say this. Kevin Feige has said that she is the most powerful character we have introduced.
Kevin Feige has said that. That's what he said.
He says that she is the most powerful character we have ever introduced.
Thor ain't going through a ship without making another movement. You know what I mean? Like, she literally did one swoop and went through the ship. Long way.
How'd she do it again?
Swoop.
I hope I give that 10 sign.
Yeah, man, that's it.
So the Kree Skrull rule has been going on for a while. The Skrulls have a complicated history. In the past, when they've made them out to be, they've kind of, I don't want to say they kind of made them like orcs in Lord of the Rings, where they were like always the bad guys. But later on, you've seen some of them are good, some are just like any race of people. You got good people, you got bad people, you got terror cells, you've got good guys.
This is like in Halo 2 when you play as the Arbiter for a little bit. And you're like, oh yeah, the Covenant, they have their own power.
One of the things I will say is, I loved Ben Mendelsohn in this movie. To me, Ben Mendelsohn, he was funny. Like he was cool in this movie, and
this movie is legit funny.
It's funny. It's got some.
It's funny.
It's got some nice.
Larson, sorry, go ahead.
And he also took a lot of the responsibility where he said, I've been a part of this war as well. My hands aren't clean.
Yeah.
And so I think that lends to the whole argument that this is a war that he's wanted to see end, especially because they're getting their ass kicked. I mean, if your planet blows up, game over.
I think like the first trailers of this movie did a disservice to Brie Larson as being funny, because when I saw the trailer, I thought she seemed very like the straight man type. Stoic, and then Nick Fury would be the wild one to her. But they kind of go back and forth, and I like that more. I wish they had. I don't know if the trailer could have been cut differently to have that, or maybe they were saving that for the trailer or for the movie. I don't know.
Did the trailers, do you think,
sell the movie?
Yeah.
I think the trailers to me did not sell this movie.
Not at all.
I think I
Is that on purpose?
They showed all the best parts.
No, they didn't.
They did.
They didn't.
I'll show
most of the best parts.
This trailer sold this movie about as well as Venom trailers showed Venom. That's how bad I think the trailers, because I like this character outside of Civil War II, and this goes to a very nerd moment. In Civil War II, the second
She's a fascist.
She's a fascist,
That's
and
what
to me, they really did a disservice to the character.
My bad.
in the
Civil
book.
War II, not her as a fascist. Let me clarify that.
I really did not like that character. So I was really excited to see this, and then when I saw the trailers, I mean, we've done the trailer reviews. You can go back and watch. I was like, I was excited, but I wasn't like I was for other ones. And now that I've seen it, I was like, yeah, those trailers do not do a good service of selling this movie to people.
Is that on purpose? Only because the trailer definitely makes you think, hey, Ben Mendelsohn is the bad guy.
True, but I think they do. I think that they don't do a service to Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of him in the trailer.
I think those two people don't get a good fair shake.
Who was in the trailer then? Jude Law?
It was more like set pieces.
But I didn't really, based on the trailer, I didn't think Samuel Jackson was going to be in the movie as much as he was based on the trailer.
That's real.
Yeah. And you go into it thinking Ben Mendelsohn's the big bad guy.
Which I think is on purpose.
It is on purpose. I think that's good. But I also think that they sold it that we were going to see more of Ronan. We were going to see more of...
I was a little disappointed in that.
Korath? Yeah, Korath. I can't remember his name. I was a little disappointed in that. I thought that those characters were going to get fleshed out a little bit more outside of the Guardians universe, because later on, to me, those characters provide weight where you see this trajectory, because they are bad dudes.
Yeah.
But later on in the books, they're pretty good dudes, and you need them against a larger enemy.
Ronan said, we can't do this today. We're going to have to come back and get the weapon. The core?
No,
the woman.
I really was disappointed in that, because I really wanted to see more Ronan. But he
just showed up with his hammer.
Yeah. He didn't even use a hammer.
He didn't even use it. Because I'm like, what's he doing with just holding it?
That's just his
But the
thing.
thing is, no, that's what they have. The accusers are the judge, jury, and executioners. They're like smaller Thors.
Okay.
Like, not as powerful Thors.
Mini Thors.
Yeah, mini Thors. But Brie Larson to me she really showed how powerful she was at the last half of that movie. And that should, I'm be honest with you, I don't know how Endgame is going to actually have a bad guy that's going to stand up to the power of Brie Larson and Thor.
That's why I was like, dang, we needed her. Man, he paged too late.
I'm trying to figure out what is Thanos got in store.
And nothing. I don't think he has
in the
anything.
comics. Does he not have any type of? I guess he still has his army.
Does he?
I guess half.
I'm like, half of them are probably gone.
But he knew that they were dispensable. They're just pawns in this game that he was playing.
I mean, he still got the Infinity Gauntlet, right?
We don't know. What I'm saying is, we don't know what he's left with. But I will say this: Brie Larson, as Captain Marvel, really stepped up to me as a superhero, to where you see her. And another thing that I really liked was the relationship between LaWanda, what was her last name? The woman who plays
Rambeau.
Maria Rambeau.
Oh, Lashana Lynch.
Lashana Lynch. Her character and the little girl who plays her daughter Monica, that relationship, I thought was the most human connection outside of Nick Fury. I thought that was beautiful.
So possibility, Monica would have grown up by the time Endgame was out, right?
Yeah, well,
Monica could be in this.
She could be in it.
Oh, snap.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
She was like, I can make a spaceship.
Yeah.
I really did think that this...
She gonna make a spaceship.
She will.
We don't know, but I really liked that relationship.
Please, Marvel.
Go ahead, Leroy.
I really want to see that relationship, or relationships like that, in more movies. Because I think that was what was missing a little bit in the beginning, because it just started. And you did not get a sense of that towards the beginning. I would have liked to see more of that, to where I would have liked to see... So she had the inhibitor chip on her. I wanted to see where they were trying to explain to her, you are so powerful, we had to put this on you for a reason.
There wasn't even an explanation.
There wasn't.
It was just there. I honestly thought it was just part of the Kree wave.
I thought it was her communicator first. But I really wish they would explain that, because she was that powerful.
Do we think it was kind of a let's keep her ignorant so she doesn't question it type
Yeah.
of thing?
But
maybe?
the thing is,
maybe they don't want to even tell her that she is powerful.
True, but I think what would have happened was that would have been better for at least for story-wise, storytelling, for them to say, look, you've been embedded with this power, but you have to use it carefully. You are a weapon. You're a living weapon, but you're also one of us.
And how bad did you want to slap the mess out of yon-rogg at the end, talking about, you need me to help you control. Bruh,
she don't need no man.
She don't need nobody.
She don't need nobody. That was cool. I like that.
I will say this.
I was ready to see that backhand.
I love that, but this is the one thing, the one criticism, I don't say criticism, the one thing I love this movie.
What you about to say?
But you know there are the cretins and the people, we talked about this with the whole rating system. You're gonna have those people who are gonna have, you can like this movie, you can dislike this movie for various reasons, but don't hate it just because you don't like seeing a woman in a powerful role that you're not used to.
Oh, get past that, man.
But the thing is, let's be honest. In our nerddom, in our fandom, we're going to have to deal with that. And I think
some men actually like that.
I don't know
what.
Okay, that's a different video.
Yeah, that's not our videos. You do that video on your own.
So I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm not worried about them.
I'm not, but what I'm saying is, I think you're going to have to contend with that because as you see progress, you're always going to have a backlash.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I did enjoy was that she was a powerful woman, and there were moments in throwbacks where she told Nick Fury she can build a spaceship. Or when the guy on the motorcycle told her,
something, I need you to smile for me or whatever.
Like you, and I'm not a woman, but you deal with those microaggressions every day.
I'm not just gonna smile.
So,
Somebody told me I need to smile more.
I mean, you do.
You wish you had some fire to just shoot him in the face and walk off?
I literally smile all the time, but not because of that. Because I'm happy. But then, like, you catch me on a day when I got RBF or whatever.
What is RBF?
Your
I'm
body,
not gonna say.
Nobody can tell you.
Resting face.
But no, the reason why I bring that up is because we've talked about this, how they changed the rating system, and we've seen like articles on Polygon where we're going to have to, review sites are going to have to deal with trolls. I really like this movie. I do not, honestly, I'm a little mad with Marvel and companies by not putting more merchandise front and center for this movie. Because as soon as I left the movie theater, I went to Hot Topic, I went to Second and Charles to buy stuff, and it wasn't there. Like it was when we saw Black Panther, like it was when we saw Infinity War. You literally could go out and just buy whatever. I want to see more merchandise because I would buy more of this stuff. And I think that is due to, them.
Get that jacket?
Yeah. I think that's due to them not believing in this character as far as merchandise-wise. Because I would buy this stuff. One of my favorite characters is Ahsoka. I have every Ahsoka Funko Pop. So I really hope people really delve into this and really enjoy this movie for what it is. Because I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
Check this out. We liked it. Go see Captain Marvel. You won't tell us what you think, how many times you're going to go see it. I'm gonna go.
Got Torpedo over here.
I'm gonna let y'all know. Thank you for this wedding
And then
gift.
she was like this.
Marvel. I'm about to go name my little girl Carol. I'm out.